YouTube just admitted to something very, very disturbing. Now, make no mistake about it, I have had my issues with YouTube. You all have had your issues with YouTube, deleting comments, deleting likes, removing subscribers, even taking down entire videos, removing the visibility of said videos to the point that I had to take the videos down. Why a lot of us have to self-censor. There are some out there that believe we self-censor because of the money, but YouTube ads really pay peanuts. We're just tired of our stuff being deleted. But unfortunately, we have to play by YouTube's rules because they are a privately owned company. I still get comments from people telling me that I deleted their comments. Why did I delete their comments? And I had to remind them that it was YouTube because they said the wrong thing. But what has recently come out needs to be stopped for multiple reasons. Reading this article from PPC Land, it goes on to say, YouTube secretly uses AI to enhance videos without creator consent. Video platform faces creator backlash over undisclosed machine learning modifications that alter visual content without permission, raising transparency concerns. So what's happening is that, and I don't know if this is impacting long form, but when content creators upload shorts, they are complaining that the final product, what's uploaded to YouTube, looks different than what they created. There have been strange visual artifacts appearing in these videos that give these videos the appearance that they are fake, that they are AI, and we can see the big problem something like that can cause. Continue to read the article. It says YouTube acknowledged on August 20th, 2025 that it has been using artificial intelligence to modify videos without informing content creators or obtaining their consent. The revelation came after months of creator complaints about strange visual artifacts appearing in their content, prompting an official response from the platform's liaison team. YouTube says that it has been running an experiment on select YouTube shorts that uses traditional machine learning technology to unblur, denoise, and improve clarity in videos during processing, and they said that they have been doing this since at least June 2025. Now, while some people may be saying that's great, YouTube is making videos look better, what's the complaint? Again, there are creators saying how it's making their videos look fake. For example, continue to read the article. It says Rick Beto, a music YouTube creator with over 5 million subscribers, noticed his appearance looked unusual in recent videos. He was quoted as saying, "I was like, man, my hair looks strange, and the closer I looked, it almost seemed like I was wearing makeup." Rhett Scholl, another music YouTuber who investigated the issue, posted a video on the subject that accumulated over 500,000 views. He was quoted as saying, "If I wanted this terrible over-sharpening, I would have done it myself, but the bigger thing is, it looks AI generated." He goes on to say that, "I think that deeply misrepresents me and what I do and my voice on the internet." So this is a major problem, and something like this really blurs the line between what's real and what's fake, in an age that we currently live in that's full of deception. YouTube shorts are no longer what they used to be. Before they were only 60 seconds long, but now they can go up to 3 minutes. Let's say you go outside, you discover something very bizarre, you upload to YouTube for a lot of people to see, and YouTube can tweak that certain video in a way where it looks fake, where it looks like AI, and now you have a lot of people believing that what you saw, what you captured on camera, is now just AI. This person left a great comment talking about this. They go on to say, when it all looks fake, you won't be able to tell real from fake. And that's exactly what they want. This person even responded with exactly, "Yep, it seems like that's the point." And I am not talking about YouTube at this point. This goes well above YouTube. There are certain so-called powers that be that want to be able to deceive the public at any time. So when certain videos, again, are uploaded to YouTube, they have a graphical error. And so that one person in the comment section will point out that graphical error. Not everybody will believe, again, that one video is fake. This person replies with, "Exactly, I am actively beginning to use other platforms because of the AI BS, the voiceovers being the worst offender. But I'll be honest, I don't think it's just YouTube. I think it's TikTok. I think a lot of these popular social media applications are doing the same exact thing because, like I said, it goes well above them." But the good news happens to be is that more and more people are waking up. I'm just going to go ahead and read one more comment. This person says, "That's exactly the plan. They can't make the fake videos look real enough, so they're going to make the real videos look fake so nobody can tell which is which. Now I understand why everybody on YouTube is calling every single video AI, even though I know for a fact that they are real." And it isn't just recently uploaded videos neither. YouTube's going back and grabbing old videos from years ago and upscaling them as well. Pretty soon every single video on YouTube is going to appear AI generated, even though it's not. And that would be absolutely wild if YouTube does that. If they go back to older videos that expose certain things, that show certain things, and they upscale them to the point that they look like AI. make every video, whether they are new or old, look like AI videos, make them look fake. We won't know who's a real person, an AI person. We don't know what's captured was real or fake. We are truly living in times of deception. People are getting tired of how AI is being heavily used and how almost everything is being labeled AI. I mean, we just had that happen yesterday during Trump's press conference. When this item, this bag, whatever this object happens to be, was thrown out of the White House window, Trump was asked about it, and his response was, the White House windows do not open. This video is clearly AI. It's fake. But then, interestingly enough, he says this directly after.
Regarding the federal...
It's the kind of thing they do. And one of the problems we have with AI, it's both good and bad. If something happens really bad, just blame AI. But also they create things, you know, it works both ways. If something happens that's really bad, maybe I'll have to just blame AI.
Which is kind of funny, and I don't know if people caught on or not, but that's something he just did. He blamed AI when it came to that video of that object being thrown out of the White House window. So was that really something bad that happened and AI is taking the blame for it? Or do we trust Trump's word in that that video was fake? I don't know. This is the day and age we live in. Even though there happens to be some kind of contradiction here, they're blaming AI because a White House official told the Independent Tuesday before this press conference that the window was open and the bag was tossed out by a contractor who was doing regular maintenance while the president was gone. So that is where we are right now. Do you believe the video is real, or do you believe the government that the video is fake? This also really calls into question a lot of these news stories we are shown, a lot of these horrible events that we think are real. Now, I'm not saying they're fake, but I think we should start questioning things, because not too long ago, I came across this channel here called Real Scary Talk. All they post are fake AI videos. That's all they post. Now, on June 12th, this channel that posts nothing but AI content uploaded this AI news story of a plane crash.
A flight carrying 242 passengers and crew plummeted into a residential area, leaving all dead except one.
Air India flight AI-171 Dreamliner crashed 30 seconds after takeoff from Ahmedabad's Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport, killing at least 290 people. The plane, carrying 242 passengers and crew, plummeted into a residential area, hitting a medical college hostel and causing a massive fireball. The death toll includes 169 Indian nationals, 53 British nationals, and a former Gujarat Chief Minister, Vijay Rupani. One British passenger survived. The crash, the first fatal incident for a Boeing 787, halted airport operations and prompted a high-level investigation. Emergency services are battling intense fires and debris, with global leaders expressing condolences.
Now, as we all know, a real plane crash did happen on June 12th, but I would like to know the timing between this AI news story and the actual plane crash that happened, because reading the comment section in this video, you can see people saying that, look at this channel, all AI stuff, not legit, why make this up? And this person replies with, to get us to think and not always believe what we see, imagine in 5 to 10 years. Why do you keep making up all these stories? They need to be outlawed. AI. This one person says AI. So everybody that was watching this video all claimed that this plane crash that supposedly really happened was just AI. So did all these people not get the news? Or is something else going on here? Because that story was very bizarre with that one survivor that really did not make much sense. And again, I'm not saying it's fake, but in a day and age where AI is blurring those lines, we should really start questioning these things. Why would they create a fake AI news story about a plane crash? Well, for one reason, they want to scare people from flying. They always said how planes affect the climate, but in reality, they just want to control the travel. Let's also not forget, like with all of these strange news stories, this story also had the calling card attached to it, the number 33. It was exactly in the air for 33 seconds of terror. But again, for YouTube purposes only, I do want to make it clear, I'm not saying that plane crash was a fake AI news story, the plane AI-171. But seriously, check out that channel, Real Scary Talk on TikTok. Check out all their videos, and then look at that video of that news story. It's kind of telling. He also, I don't know if it's a he or a she, but they also uploaded this news story right here that made a lot of people think that this was real as well.
In a stunning underwater discovery, marine archaeologists claim to have found a 10,000-year-old playground at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean.
200 miles off Hawaii's coast, a team from the Oceanic Exploration Institute has uncovered what they're calling a prehistoric playground. submerged 3,000 feet below the Pacific's surface.
We've identified smooth stone ramps, like slides and rings appear to be climbing structures.
Bridge, send ABC to the bridge.
Using advanced sonar and a deep-sea submersible, the team stumbled upon the site during a routine mapping mission. At the ocean floor, they found stone structures, slides, circular platforms, and carved seats, what appears to be a staircase straight from a science fiction novel, arranged in a pattern that suggests a play area, dating back roughly 10,000 years to the end of the Ice Age.
Carbon dating of nearby coral and sediment places this at 8,000 BCE.
This find raises big questions. Who built this playground? How did kids play here so long ago?
The layout is deliberate. We're not saying aliens built it, but this challenges what we know about early humans.
Yeah.
Social media is alight with the hashtag Ocean Playground trending, as people marvel at this window into a lost world.
Going back to the government, the so-called powers that be, and so forth, blaming things on AI, and I said a year ago, I made this video right here a year ago saying exactly that we're going to start seeing bizarre things, strange things, perhaps these so-called powers that be doing things caught on camera, and they're going to say it's just AI, it's just fake. You can still tell that these videos are indeed still AI, but given the fact of where we were just 1 year ago, this is scary. Where are we going to be at 5 years later, 10 years later, when it comes to AI? We can hardly believe half the things we see on our phones already, and on our TVs. I am a strong believer that whatever the public can use now is about 15 to 20 years older, if not older, for the government. So just imagine the AI capabilities that we do not see. This is scary because, again, even though this does look like AI, and given the fact of where we were a year ago, this can look like anybody had done anything in public. If we were not physically there, did not see them do it, then we can say that they did it. They can make anybody look like they did anything. We do not even need 5 years. Imagine just 2 years later what AI will look like. And we always say that this is a distraction, that's a distraction. But perhaps we are being distracted away from the growth and the advancement of AI. When a lot more events occur, a lot more strange events occur, and trust me, they will occur given the number of strange events that have ramped up between 2023 and 2024, so I believe they will not be slowing down. Unless we are physically present at these events, how can we say any of these are real? How can we say any of these are fake thanks to AI? Just look at how realistic Trump looks. So again, they can really make anybody look like they are doing anything. On the flip side, what if somebody of a high up position or somebody in a supposed power position does something and they're caught on camera doing something, and they can just say, that's AI, that's fake, that's made up. And it can all just be swept under the rug by the powers that be. This stuff really needs to slow down. So I made that video a year ago after that video came out from the Doors brothers, and I said that video is very suspicious. They are setting us up for AI to take the blame for certain things. And look what's happening today. AI is taking the fall for things that we are being shown on camera. And like Trump says, if something horrible does indeed happen, he'll just blame AI. But I personally believe, and it's my own opinion, that AI is much older than we believe. They say it came out in the 1950s, but I think it's much older than that. And a lot of these events that we're being shown on TV might not even be real events that led to greater consequences. Or if they are indeed real, then they did not play out in the way we thought they played out, the way TV news was showing us. What news might be showing us might be the AI version. This is also something I've dived into when it came to the paranormal, the supernatural. The veil is thinning. What if somebody captured something on their camera and they uploaded to YouTube, some kind of entity? Well, again, that pushback will be, it's just AI. And I'll go ahead and play that video towards the end of this video. It's about 8 minutes long. And I feel like for the most part, this is why they continue to give us very powerful forms of AI to play with, like Google VO3, because everybody has a cell phone. Everybody has a video recorder in their pocket. And more, the lines are being blurred between what people are actually recording on their cell phones and these fake AI videos. While this might all sound like doom and gloom, again, there's a positivity to be had here because more and more people are waking up, they're speaking out, and they're pushing back. Take, for example, this creepy video from the Watchman on the Wall.
Hey, what's up? Happy September 2nd. Happy Tuesday. Let's talk about some new AI technology that's coming out after the first of the year, and this is a creepy one. And what I mean by that is this technology, they're saying that will get you to stop going to the graveyard, the cemetery, to put flowers on your loved one's grave, to talk to your parents. You know how you go and say, I miss you or whatever. They're coming out with this AI technology to where you can talk to your dead loved ones. Okay? They take recordings of, like, maybe you have a recording of your mom or your dad or your little child or something that passed, and they feed it into this AI, and this AI will alter and mimic the voice of this person you loved in your life and lost. And you'll be able to have a chat conversation constantly, day and night, with this AI that's going to sound exactly like your mom, your dad, your aunt, your uncle, your child. It's very, very creepy. So this is coming out, rolling out after like spring of 2026. They just announced it earlier today. So, AI is growing in so many different ways, and people are going to look to this for different things. And they're going to look for it for, we've already seen companionship and love life, dating life. People are going to look to it for Powerball numbers, which they already are doing. They're going to look to it for end time stuff. They're going to look to it for all kind of different things, and it's only going to grow and grow and grow in this. But this one here is kind of creepy. AI can be used for a lot of good things. It can help you study. It can do quick notes for you really quickly. Help you write down and take notes, make all kind of awesome pictures and things like that, AI content. But people are going to start using this to manipulate and try to make money on it. Years ago, if you guys remember, when the rapture, everybody was talking about the rapture was going to happen on this date, which those people, you got to be careful of those kind of people. So people were having dog watching services. If you got took out of here, we'd watch your dog for you, but you got to sign up for it. It's like $700 per dog or something. Those people got rich off of that because people believed this guy that was going around telling, hey, the rapture's happening on this day. So, AI, people's going to buy into this big time because they want to hear their voice of their loved one again and talk and have a conversation with their loved one nonstop. I think it's very, very dangerous.
This next video from Dr. Joe Orlando is very important because there are people still out there that tell these chatbots everything because they believe that these chatbots are their personal shrinks or even their spiritual guides. And I've been telling people that these chatbots are operated by these tech giants that people do not trust, like Sam Altman, Mark Zuckerberg, and so forth.
People talk about the most personal lives to ChatGPT. And right now, if you talk to a therapist or a lawyer or a doctor about those problems, there's doctor-patient confidentiality, there's legal confidentiality, whatever. And we haven't figured that out yet.
Treating AI like it's your own personal diary with a PhD, sharing all your secrets. Well, Sam Altman, the CEO of ChatGPT, has just warned, do not treat ChatGPT like it's your own personal shrink or doctor or lawyer. He said there's absolutely no confidentiality and no loyalty, that all conversations are scanned and important stuff is sent to the police. Even if you're in temporary mode and you think your conversations aren't being stored, they actually are. You see, the courts have required all AIs keep all conversations. So even though you might think it's erased, it's actually not. So just be careful what you're putting into AI.
This is the video I had uploaded on my other channel, Seconds of Horror. Now, originally it had started with a woman asking a question about this video right here, a video where you see an entity running. People on social media were quick to call it AI, fake, but she asked the question of, what if it's not? Now, more than likely, this is a fake video, but again, the question happens to be, is this the purpose of AI to now downplay real things that are out there, real things that could be captured on camera? No matter what you think of this video here, whether you think it's fake, whether you think it's AI, and more than likely it is, but she posed a great question. What if it's not? What if this entity running here is real? A part of me feels like AI was designed for just that, as an excuse for things we may see. Somebody sees something very strange and unusual, they take out their phone, they record it, they upload it to the internet, and the first things that people will say is that it's just AI, it's not real. Even if you do not record it and you tell people what you saw with your own eyes, they'll just go on to say, well, why didn't you record it with your cell phone? Everybody has a cell phone on them. And when you do, and again, you upload it to the internet, it's AI. People will say, well, if you look at the fine details, you'll be able to determine whether a video is AI or not. But as AI is progressing, as it's getting better, and it's progressing quite quickly with things like Project Stargate, it's going to become harder and harder to tell what's AI and what's not AI. They are now able to masterfully control the narrative of what we see, what we record, and what we try to get out there, while at the same time they're tearing down the veil, things are crossing over, because of organizations like CERN, Fermilab, among others. I have also been noticing something as well that I've been wanting to talk about. There are now AI videos coming out, supposedly AI videos anyway, where groups of people, mass people, are recording a strange sighting to make it seem like you can't even believe a mass group of people who are saying they saw something, and they are recording it from different angles. For example, I'll go ahead and give you an example. Last month, there was a news story that was circulating, and I'm reading this from kfmx.com. There are different news agencies that were also talking about this, how a horrifying UFO video from Austin, Texas is going viral. Basically, people on social media, TikTok, Twitter, they were uploading video footage of a UFO that was captured from two different people, two different perspectives. In one perspective, there was a woman inside a car, and she was capturing this UFO over Texas.
This is real life, real time. This is what I'm looking at right now that's in the sky.
And there was another video of an individual with his family, I believe, that also captured this same UFO over Texas, and people were talking about it. Well, what came out is that these videos were just AI.
What the f is this, bro? What the f is this? Why are they over a cemetery?
So now, for whatever reason, AI, these creators behind these AI videos, are even trying to make it seem that you can't believe a mass group of people who recorded something, even from different perspectives. And you have to ask yourself, why? But have you been noticing that there are more and more AI videos, supposedly AI videos, of a large group of people staring and recording something? They are going above and beyond to make sure that they cover any and all excuses they can give, even if it comes from a mass group of people. And that is scary. And the question happens to be, what is out there that they want to make sure that they can easily control the narrative, even if whatever is witnessed is from a mass group of people? And that to me is rather creepy. Then I go back to all these news stories that seem to happen around the same time. We had people seeing very bizarre things on their flights, people who are not real. And then we had all these news agencies also around the same time talk about a condition where you see demons, called demon face syndrome. And then we had the Vatican release an update about seeing supernatural things, apparitions, and so forth. Talking about planes, take a look at this supposed AI video where you see a group of people become scared, become terrified, because they saw a creature walk past them. When you go to this video here and you read the comments, you'll see that people feel the exact same way. This top comment here on this video from KLove14 says, "Imagine it's real and this is why they created AI so we all think it's fake." This person replied, "I'm thinking this for so long. Maybe they knew something will start to show us and they created AI to confuse us." One of the biggest lies out there that these are fake, and she goes on to say that there was another one on here that showed a reptilian shapeshift, and I kid you not, it looked very real. But this is just something interesting to think about, that things that were shown, things that we think are fake, perhaps they're not. Maybe this is a way to sow confusion for things that are really out there and things that we may see in the future. So yeah, things are going to get more and more wild as they continue to blur those lines between what's real and what's fake, to the point we're just not going to know anymore. But in any case, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for your support.